This series of videos will demonstrate how to use the Curve Cyclic Sky and CitySample to create scene skies and lighting, as well as how to achieve a day-night cycle effect. Open the CitySample project and select the small city level for demonstration. When opening this level for the first time, you need to select the city range in the world partition window, right-click, and select Load Region from Selection. This way we can see the entire scene in the editor, making it easier for us to view the sky and lighting effect. Before we begin, we need to prepare the scene first. We need to delete all existing lights and sky components in the scene. After deleting everything, we can add our Curve Cyclic Sky to the scene. This creates a default sky. We also need to make some material adjustments since the original scene had rainy weather with many puddles on the ground. I want to reduce the puddles a bit. First, we find the road materials, trying to locate their parent material instances. This allows us to adjust all the roads. I want to keep a little water to add some ground detail. Next, we reduce the puddles on the sidewalks. Find the sidewalk materials, also looking for their parent material instances. Then we find the puddle parameters and reduce them slightly. I think this is generally good enough. Now let's check the materials of the elevated bridges in the scene. They seem a bit too bright compared to the surrounding area. Let's adjust them, starting with the asphalt material of the elevated bridge, reduce some puddles. Adjust the asphalt color to make it similar in brightness to the surroundings. The cement material on the edge of the elevated bridge is also a bit bright, so let's adjust that too. Since this material's parent is a master material, we'll make adjustments directly on this master material and check the result. Now it's closer to the surrounding colors. Let's adjust other parts of the elevated bridge. Now the elevated bridge materials look fine. Next is the sea surface. Since we're going for a sunny effect, the sea looks a bit dark. So let's adjust the sea parameters to make it bluer. All right, the material adjustments are complete. Next, let's run it and see the effect. A default sky has now been created. Let's briefly introduce how to change time in Curve Cyclic Sky. Select the blueprint and find the basic settings in the Details panel. The solar time parameter is used to define the current time. Below is display time, which corresponds to real-world time units. We can use these to display and change the current time. We can check Enable Time widget at runtime, run it again. And the built-in time tool of Curve Cyclic Sky will appear at the top of the screen. Dragging this slider can change the time. Press Shift ID and start to unlock the mouse. And now we can drag this time slider. This allows us to change time in the running state and display the current time. We can also change the solar time parameter in the editor state to adjust different time. The sun clouds, sky, nighttime stars, and moon will all change according to this time. Currently, the lighting during nighttime is insufficient. The main reason is that CitySample's night lighting mainly relies on material self-illumination producing indirect lighting in lumen, and our material self-illumination brightness is not enough. We now need to adjust the brightness of the night window self-illumination. Find the window material ball and its master material. This way, we can change the brightness of all windows by modifying the master material. We use the night emissive material function from the Curve Cyclic Sky asset pack and drag it into the master material. Find its emissive property and connect the night emissive material function to the emissive. Click Apply now. We can directly use our Curve Cyclic Sky to control the brightness of the window material's self-illumination. In the Details panel, find the night menu. Find the material emissive multiplier parameter. Adjusting this parameter directly can change the window's self-illumination brightness, thereby changing the scene lighting. When we switch back to daytime, the window's self-illumination brightness during the day looks a bit too bright. This doesn't look like the interior light brightness we'd see from outside during the day. So we cancel this brightness multiplication and use material emissive curve to control the brightness. Double-click to open the curve, find the leftmost point, which represents the night brightness. Let's give it a tenfold multiplication. We can see that the daytime brightness hasn't changed. But when we switch to nighttime, we can see this value controls the window's self-illumination brightness. So let's give it an appropriate value. This way, we've completed the lighting control from day to night. Now we've finished a basic day-night cycle setup in CitySample.